All right, Diamond. Diamond, where'd you grow up? Where are you from originally?
Originally, I was born in Santa Ana, but like I grew up in the system, so I could say like I was born everywhere. Like
Yeah.
I mean, like raised everywhere.
What happened to your family?
I don't know my real family.
You don't even know them.
Nothing. I don't know my real blood family. I don't know my blood. Nothing. Like I grew up in the system.
And how did that treat you?
It brought a lot of misery into my life. A lot of like distress. Like I've like just. It brought a lot of like it messed me up mentally. Like it really did. Like it's to the point where it's like. Now I'm in this situation, you know, like you see where I'm at, kind of.
The foster system has a terrible reputation.
Oh, yes.
Would you say that's deserved?
No, I don't think what I went through, I deserved that or nothing.
No, I think the reputation that they have. The foster system has a terrible reputation. Do you think that's deserved?
Like what you mean?
The foster system sucks.
Yes, they do. It sucks. It sure does.
Did you graduate high school?
No.
No. What kind of things were you going through as a kid?
As a kid, I grew up with my like little foster family or whatever, adoptive kind of, like around 10. But I got kicked out because I had said something about something that I was going through at 9. And I got kicked out like that home. And they started putting me in group homes, foster homes, and all that. So, like, growing up, like, I ain't had nothing easy for real. Like, as soon as I turned 13, I started wilding. Like, I started doing it up. I started, like, going out, doing stuff that I shouldn't be doing. And then, like, I just fell into this, like, because, you know, I got kidnapped at a young age at 13.
Really?
Yes, I did.
Were there like sexual things going on in your life before that?
Yes, well, the situation happened when I was 9 and I had spoke up about it. Yeah.
What happened then?
Around that time, like my brother-in-law, which was like the people I was with or whatever, not my real family, but my brother-in-law, he was doing like inappropriate things to me when I was young. Like I was 9 years old. I didn't know nothing about it, but he was like kind of like threatening me, you know, to not say nothing. And then when I finally spoke up about it, nobody heard me, nobody believed me. Everybody was like, oh no, he's not like that, or he's this and this, and just trying to paint a better picture like for him, like to not fuck up his reputation. But he turned out to be like, you know what I mean? Like he turned out to be cool. Like nobody did nothing. Like nothing was handled or nothing. Like the situation was just that. Like they just didn't believe me. You know what I mean?
Seems like that happens a lot.
Yeah, it does. Especially when it's somebody that like you'll never expect that to happen, you know? But me, like, when it continuously kept happening, and then we would go and like unwrap Christmas presents or do stuff like that, it felt weird with him being around. Like,
how old was he? You were 9.
He was like, what, like 40, 30 something?
Oh, jeez.
That dude was old, like, for real. Like, it was crazy. Because, mind you, my adopted family, my mom, she's like, what, like 70 now? And her kids are old. Like, her kids are older. Like, my brother's like 40 now, 50 now. And my adoptive sister and them, they're older. Like, you know what I mean? They got kids and everything. So they all know him, and he helps good around the family. Like, he's good at, like, fixing things and, you know, doing, like, little stuff. Like, picking up heavy stuff, like, things people need. So, you know, like, he's very useful, and my sister, like, used him to pay the rent and all that little stuff, like my adopted sister. But she was really abusive, too. Like, that lady, that girl, like, she was so abusive growing up. Like, it's to the point where now I use that trauma on everything. Like, I like to be heard, so I argue with like a lot of things so I could prove my point, or like little things like that. That's it, it's just like trauma, you know what I mean? Like that I got put through at a young age, that now I act the way I act accordingly. And yeah, it's just a lot of things. That girl put me through a lot.
And how old are you now?
I'm 18 now.
You're only 18.
Yes, I turned 18 October 2nd. Like, and then I came back into this life. Because, like, before I was 18, when I was, like, 17-ish, I was in a good home. I'm not going to lie. But I messed it up because I wanted to be, like, loved. You know what I mean? And I was getting loved at home, but it's like I had to depend on other people for money and like ask for things. And it's like, that's not how I wanted to be, you know what I mean? Like I wanted to do my own thing and also find somebody that will love me genuinely. And now I'm in this situation, and it's like, in reality, it's not love, like, you know what I mean? Nobody loves you if they put you out there or none of that. So it's like, I'm kind of in this little loop again, over and over again, that I've been going through since I was 13, starting.
Getting taken advantage of.
Yeah, or like people like taking my kindness for weakness, or taking, like, you know what I mean? Like people just know, like, cause like I'm not gonna lie, that like when they do that, like it's like you could see it in me, like I'm a good ass, like I'm good, like I'm a good person, like I like to help people out, I like to, like, and I think about helping people more out than helping myself, you know, and I'm trying to find different routes, different ways, because I don't want to do this forever, you know, like, but I feel stuck, like I feel trapped, because it's like I just turned 18, like October 2nd, and now it's going to be 7 months to my birthday, and it's crazy because it feels like I just turned 18 yesterday, but that shit is going by fast because now I'm living day by day trying to survive in this shit, you know, like, and I'm trying to find other things to do, but I don't know what to do because it's like I just turned 18 and I just realized what the real world is, because, you know, when I was younger, 13 around that time, I could go turn myself in, or I could go to the CPS office, because sometimes, like, when they couldn't find placements for me, they'll have me sleeping in the CPS office with no shower. The food was like ramen and all that little shit. Like, they'll have me like sleeping in the CPS office on a cot, and with no education. They won't give you no education until you're in placement. And there would be times where, like, it'll take 6 months to get me placements, or 7 months, or it'll take a long time because I was a high-risk child. You know, like, I did whatever I wanted because I always told everybody, like, you're not my mom, you're not my parent, I don't know my real parents, so you can't tell me what to do. Like, and around that time, I felt unstoppable because I could do whatever I want and go back to this, like, go back to wherever I want, like the CPS office or a group home I was in, or running away from, or you know what I mean? Like, I just was, like, doing that back and forth stuff. And now I'm in this loop where, like, I'm grown now. I can't walk to them. They already closed my case and everything, so I don't have...
You're 18 now.
Yeah, like, I don't have no route, no nothing. Like, they closed my foster case because, yeah, I'm 18, for one, and for two, is because I left the foster home I was in, you know, like a dumbass. Because I'm not gonna lie, like, I right my wrongs, and it was me, like, it's my fault, you know, because I left the home. Like, if I wouldn't have left the home, I would be in a good position right now, but I fucked it up because, like I said, I'm in this loop, and I'm trying to find something else to do, because now that I'm in this real world, I'm, like, I started to see how it really is, you know, like, how hard it could really get, how I be in, like, there was a time not so long ago, I was outside with no shoes, no money to my name. Like, I was walking around barefoot, like you know, like a bum, and it was just crazy. Like, I ended up getting slides because people wanted help or whatever, but the principle to that was for me to see, like, what I'm living is not the life. Like, I could be in a house kicking back or doing things that I want to do, but instead I chose to settle for less. And
Do you have dreams of doing something?
yes.
What would you like to do?
I would actually, I wanted to be in cosmetology school. I wanted to do hair, nails, makeup, all that. Like, I was already on the route for that. I was going to graduate actually in 2 weeks if I would have stayed in that placement that I was in, but I didn't know that, and I didn't know none of that. Like, my head was so everywhere that I wanted to be grown so bad and do whatever I wanted, cause you know, like my foster parents, like they were always telling me like you gotta come back a certain time. It don't matter how old you are. If you're living in my house, it's my rules, and you know, like me wanting to be me and do whatever I want. You know, like it kind of. Now it's like, damn, like I gotta put my big girl pants up and like really get out like this situation. And it's kind of hard because when I first left the house, I had a car, because I'm not gonna lie, like I would sneak out from that house and I would go out and make money with somebody, and then we ended up getting a car. And after that, I ended up getting like a little crib that my auntie gave me. And we were supposed to stack it up because that crib was free. I got it for like 3 months straight so I could just stack up some money, you know? And the car ended up breaking down. And then next thing you know, the house got like they put a Band-Aid because I wasn't there like every single day because the car was broken down. So for me it was like, if it's not one thing, it's the other thing. Like, it's too much going on. Like, what? Like, everything was all good, everything was situated, and now this. Then we fixed the car, we got back to the house, and all type of things, like, and it just kept happening over and over again. And after that, like, it was to the point where like we had to leave the house because like the city was complaining about something or whatever, like how it's empty and there's nobody in there barely, and people
How
becoming.
did you first get introduced to working the streets like this?
It's a long story. This time where like my job was 13 or whatever, it was around this time where I wanted to be like everybody else, you know, like be a follower, because I didn't really have nobody to look up to. So I wanted to be a follower, and I wanted to start AWOLing like everybody else, which is running away. And so I started running away, and then I met this girl. She was my girlfriend around that time because I started liking girls, because that situation I told you. So basically, like, I started liking girls or whatever, and like this, I don't know if she set me up or what she did, but I put up to her, like, this one time, like, was walking to her house, and then, you know, it's crazy, that same day a lot of shit happened. Like, for one, my phone got snatched. Like, I literally had my phone in my hand. I was drunk on the way to her house. My phone got snatched. I went to her house, showed up to her house, and she was on some weird ass shit. Like, I was sitting there begging her, like, telling her, like, why are you doing this to me? Because she's like, oh, I'm leaving. I already got a new girlfriend, this and the third. I'm like, oh, why are you doing this? And I'm just crying and crying and crying and trying to tell her at least take me to the LA Union Station so I could go back to where I need to go and like figure it out, because like I really don't want to walk alone. Like, it's like, what, 2 in the morning or 3 in the morning, and it's these LA streets, and it was on Fig too, on 75th or 78. I don't remember which one. Like, I gotta go to the street to see the number, but basically, like, I was begging her. She didn't want to help me out, so then I ended up leaving because I didn't even have my phone, because mind you, it got snatched. That same fucking, when I was on the way to her, and it got snatched with a guy riding a bike behind me. He just snatched it and fucking rode the bike in the darkness. Like, bro, that shit was crazy as fuck. But no, like, it, like, I had ended up leaving or whatever the house because she wasn't budging or nothing. Like, she was on that weird shit. So I ended up leaving, and then I sat at this bus stop, and it was dark as shit, like, in this area, like, really dark. Like, nobody could see a lot of shit. Like, so it was 4 guys in a car Two hopped out. One pulled out a gun on me and made me get in the car. And I got in the car. And the next thing you know, I woke up on the bed, tied up to the bed. And basically, like, I was getting tortured. Like, I was getting tortured to be put on the dark web. You know what the dark web is, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was getting tortured to be put on the dark web. And basically, like, I would just be getting beat the fuck up or put in an ice cold bathtub with ice in it and being whipped like a damn horse. Like, you know the whippers they whip with horses? That's what they was whipping me with. Like, this guy, he was foul for that. And I kept asking me, like, why you keep doing this to me? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what? He's like, oh, it's because I love you, bitch. I don't even know you, and I'm only 13 years old. Like, what is you talking about because you love me? Like, what is you talking about? Like, that's weird. And this guy, like, he just kept torturing me, and this went on for, like, a month or two or whatever. Next thing you know, because he was getting paid a lot for doing that on the dark web, on the live he was on. And it was people betting on what the fuck to do and how much and this and the third. So next thing you know, that website gets taken down.
How do you know all these details about it?
Because it was literally right in front of my face, the screen that he was putting. Yeah. So basically, I guess the website got taken down. I don't know what happened. I really don't know if it got taken down or if it wasn't booming for him or what. Like, I don't fucking know. But next thing you know, like, he ended up giving me some lingerie and some heels. I didn't have no phone around this time, so he thought, oh, like, she gonna come back to me. Gave me lingerie, heels, all that shit, and made me walk outside, made me step outside. He was like, okay, so this is what you're gonna do, this, and etc. Little did he know, like, is you dumb? Like, I'm about to get on. Like, what is you talking about, bitch? Like, I'm 13 years old. Like, I'm about to get the fuck on. Like, that's, in my head, that's what the fuck I kept telling myself. Like, is you dumb, you stupid bitch? Like, bitch, fuck you. Like, soon as he put me down and told me, oh, go make this money and this is what you're gonna do and try to tell me what to do, I just got down. The first guy that came up to me and asked me how much and everything, like, I just hopped in his car and I told him, help me out, and I gave him every fucking, like, I told him what the situation, everything, and how I got kidnapped and this and the third, and this motherfucker gave me, like, hella money, like 500, 600, just to not say nothing, and took me back to where I needed to go. And next thing you know, like, after I got that first taste of, like, damn, like, that shit was easy as hell. You know what I mean? After I got that first taste and I went back to that group home, I kid you not, like, the next day, I couldn't budge no more. I'm like, fuck, like, I need money. Like, what the fuck? Like, I have this much? Like, you telling me I can make this much in about this much minutes? Okay, I'm about to...
Did you have to do some kind of sexual favor for him?
No, I didn't have to do no sexual favor. He just was scared and gave me all that money.
Because you were in a hard, tough situation.
Yeah. So he was like, oh, don't say nothing. But I didn't have to do nothing sexual. Like, that guy, he was cool with it. But after that, like, I literally ran away the next day. And I just went out there, like, just did my little thing or whatever. And then I started just doing it. And then I started also going through it and just all type of shit. Like, but that's really how I got into this, like, how I got put into this lifestyle. That situation right there.
That was when you were young, age 13?
I was really young, actually.
And tell me about your life now. Where are you staying? You have motels or?
Yeah, I'm staying at hotels now. Don't got no car. Trying to get back on my feet. Like.
Do you have a dude who's helping you?
No.
You're on your own?
Yeah.
Are you making good money?
I'm not gonna lie, like, there's times where I do and there's times where I just don't want to do it, like, because I'm not mentally okay. Like, bro, I can't, like, I'm tired of this, you know what I mean? Like, and it's crazy because I did have a dude, but, like, that's the one I literally left as soon as I turned 18, but it didn't work out, bro. Like, I was like, nah, like, I couldn't do it, like, you know what I mean? Because he just was really demanding. And I'm like, nah, I don't like that. So I just started doing my own little thing. And, yeah, like, now I'm where it's at. Like, I'm trying to get back on my feet, for real.
And this kind of work, does it Is it something you enjoy at all, or you just are doing it purely for the money?
Yeah, I don't enjoy this. I do it purely for the money because it's very much needed right now.
Mm-hmm. Are drugs a part of your life or no?
No. I only smoke weed, that's it. To calm my nerves.
And you didn't finish school. It sounds like you dropped out before high school?
Yes, I dropped out.
Do you have any friends?
A lot of people drop me, and there's a lot of people that still reach out from time to time, but I wouldn't say friends. I'll just say, like, mutual connections or what, like, fucking people that hit me up from time to time, but they're not friends.
What are you afraid of? What do you worry about now?
I'm worried about the next day and what's going to happen the next day and the next day and after that and from a year from now, and if I'm going to be alive or dead or what situation I'm going to end up in. Like,
it's a dangerous thing you're doing.
Yeah.
Tell me about the men that are your customers.
Like my regulars or just the men out here, like the crazy ass shit that be, man, I'll tell you some shit. Like literally not so long ago, this guy pulled out a fucking knife on me and I pepper sprayed him and I punched him. And it's crazy because, like, soon as somebody gets a digging for stuff, I got PTSD from these motherfuckers. Like, these motherfuckers, they'll do it up and try to scare you and try to take you for your money. Like, bitch, one thing about me, I'll never have no money in my hand or with me when I'm outside. Like, you gonna rob me for nothing. Like, what the fuck? Like, but no, like, that guy, he tried to pull out a knife on me for no reason. Like, I don't even do nothing. But I could tell you so much shit about these customers. For one, they be having wives and all types of shit. Kids, wives. I'll be like, man, y'all is dirty. Like, that's why I tell you, like, I don't enjoy doing this shit. Like, this shit is, like, actually sad. Like, but at the end of the day, I mean, shit, give me some money. Like, you know what I mean? But no, like, these motherfuckers... Like, I've had so many situations, especially with that gun. That guns they be pulling out and everything, I got bad PTSD, like, and I don't trust nobody. I don't even trust you, because I don't even know.
You asked me to pay you up front.
No, I know, but I'm saying, like, I don't trust, like, it's not, like, you. It's, like, me, bro. Like, that's how I feel towards everybody that I be with or am with, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but I understand, like, you pay me.
You probably don't have many people in your life that you can trust.
No, I don't. I don't have, like, literally, if I run to somebody, they won't, like, you can't trust them because they're going to tell the whole world about what you got going on. That's one thing about my people. They're like that. And I'm just like, yeah, y'all not even my people. Like, you know what I mean? Because it's like...
What emotions do you go through? You get depressed? Sounds like it.
What it sounds like. It sounds like I'm depressed.
It sounds like you probably have times where you're feeling down.
Yeah, there's times where I'll be breaking down, but that's damn near every day.
That's everybody too. It's everybody.
Yeah, not like depression ones, but I be getting angry a lot. Like, I have anger issues, like, literally, like, that shit is like, the guy I was with, he'll tell you, like, he was going through it with me. I have too much shit, too much shit going on in my head. So I be getting mad over every little thing, or if you fucking put away something, being nice for me, and, like, try to clean up something for me, and I can't find this shit, I'm gonna get mad as fuck. Like, what the fuck you fucking put my shit away for? Like, the fuck? Like, I'll trip out. Like,
you're making pretty good money doing this, though, I assume.
This right now?
No, I mean, like, working the streets, working Figueroa Street, you probably make pretty good money.
I mean, lately, I haven't been trying as much because this is not something I'm looking forward to do forever or whatever. But I have been, like, just making it to the day, like, just making my room money, my food money, or outfit money, or the money I'm going to do for the next day. But literally, if I apply pressure, if I do what I got to do for real, then, like, I'll just make up to, like, 1,000 a day. Like, if I really wanted to. But it's, for me, my mentality right now, it's like, it's hard. You know, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's hard to just be so happy and fucking, you have to have a mask, bro, when you outside. And it's like, that shit fucks you up mentally, too. Because it's like...
That's where the drugs come into the picture for a lot of girls.
Yeah.
Do you ever have good things happen to you?
Out here?
Yeah.
I've had a couple situations, like, where a couple guys where they pay, like, what, 800, like, 1,000 or whatever. But that's, like, really... What I would find good is a person that, like, put me in an apartment, put me in like, really wanted to do better for me, like, do me good, like, to not want me to be in this situation. Like, or I could be in the situation, but in a better way, you know, like, online or, you know, not just being out here, like.
On the streets. Do you believe in love?
Do I believe in love? At times, I be getting caught up in thinking, like, in thinking love is like that or whatever. But since I haven't met, like, not one genuine person or one person that say they love you, but in reality they don't. They just care about your money and use you or whatever. Like, to be honest, it's not a lot of people out here that love the way they supposed to or nothing. So, like, it got a motherfucker like me thinking, like, it ain't no real love out here. So, like, me, I don't believe that nobody loves me, like, you know what I mean? Or nobody really cares for real. Because if you really cared about me, I wouldn't be in this position right now, you know? Like, I'd be straight.
How do you think working the streets is changing you?
Because I'm stuck up in my ways, and I'm going back to what I once was. And, like I said, it's, like, tearing me down day by day, day by day, day by day. And how it's changing me, too, like, the days are flying like this, like that.
Yeah, you're 18 now. You'll be 28 in no time.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll be doing this for a few more years, or what do you have planned? What do you think you'll be doing in 5 years?
In 5 years from now. Damn. I for sure do not want to be in this position, but hopefully around that time I get myself together and I got a house, a car, a little business that I want. Like I said, lashes, hair, makeup. Yeah, that's what I wanna. That's what I kind of see myself in.
You can still do that.
Yeah.
Do you have any regrets in your life?
A lot. I regret leaving that night when I was 13 or leaving that group home. I just regret everything, like a lot of things in life that I've been going through. I just regret even, like, in a way, just even, like, being here, like, bro, like, because I'm not even meant to be here because my dad, like, he's a weirdo, like, my real dad, because I've heard stories about my real parents. Like, my mom was only 12 when she had me, and my dad, he raped her. That guy was weird. Like, he literally raped her, and that was her stepdad, and her mom sold her. Yeah. And now I came in this world to be in a fucked up ass situation that I didn't know until I turned, like, 5, 6 when I was told I was adopted. And then the whole story I was told, like, once I started growing up more. But, yeah. My dad was injecting my mom with drugs when I was in her stomach.
You've got a rough story, darling.
Yeah.
Diamond, let me ask you one last question. What would you say is the most important lesson you've learned in 18 years?
The most important lesson I've learned in 18 years was somebody had told me something when I had barely got out this situation where I ran out this room because this guy had pulled out a gun on me and robbed me for everything I had. When I walked in that room, because this one people, I was trying to say, help, help, and I was trying to go in their room, and they were like literally kicking me and pushing me and shoving me, because I was trying to shove myself in the room because I was that scared. And they were kicking, pushing, I got bruised up and everything, and this other Mexican guy, like, he was across, he was like, come here, come here. And I go inside, and, like, I'm all scared, and I'm like, bro, I could have lost my life. This guy put out a gun, like, all going crazy, like, scared. And what he told me was, like, don't be, because I was crying about, like, the money he took and all the little valuable things I had. And he was like, he basically said something about, like, your life is what's you should be happy for. That's not replaceable, you know? What's replaceable is the money and everything he took, but your life, that's not replaceable. And that's something I learned, like, you're like, because I used to trip over the most smallest, like, material stuff, like, if my phone drops or, like, you know, like, I die over that. Like, no, like, for real, like, that shit was real, what that guy told me. That's one of the biggest lessons I learned, for real.
All right, Diamond. Thank you so much for sharing your story.
Thank you.
I wish you lots of luck.
You.
I hope things take a turn for you and get better.
Okay, well, appreciate you.
Thank you, darling.
You're welcome.
Welcome to the infamous Fig, where the night comes alive in ways you ain't never seen before. This ain't just any street, nah. This right here is a playground for the bold, the hustlers, the pimps, and the slickest con artists in the game. Women out here barely covered, turning heads with every step. They know the hustle. They know it well. There's no other place in the world like it. The best of the best work these streets, making moves when the sun goes down, when the real money starts flowing. What exchanges hands between a woman and her clients on Fig, well, it's more than most can ever dream of. Tonight, we're taking you deep into the life of a 304, showing you the world through the eyes of those who live and breathe this hustle. Buckle the fuck up, and let us take you on a journey you won't never forget. Welcome to Fig.